Good morning. We are continuing our daily devotion during our coronavirus isolation time. And so we're doing this just to give you something to break up your day, and hopefully you'll read along with us. We're going to look at Psalm 13 today. And it's an interesting psalm. You process through these psalms and you hear different things. This is a psalm of David. It was probably written during his time where he's on the lam from King Saul. And remember, David had been anointed to be the next king by Samuel. Saul heard about it and tried to kill him. Thought he'd deal with the issue. And so David finds himself running from Saul. He didn't ask to be anointed king. He just found himself in a very difficult situation. And the one thing I love about David is that he was a man of faith, but he was also a man who was real about the situations and the emotions that he was walking through. Sometimes I hear people talk about faith and they make it sound like faith is denial. It's denying that there's an issue or a problem or a giant in our life. David never denied these things. When Goliath was mocking the children of Israel, David didn't say there is no giant. He said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine mocking the armies of the living God? So he recognized there was a problem, but he put faith toward the problem. Then we see him at places like this where he's just discouraged. And he's saying, man, some people are trying to kill me, and I haven't done anything. I didn't deserve this. And he would cry out and he would express what he was feeling to the Lord. But then he'd always bring it back around to a place of faith, all right? Excuse me. So let's look at this psalm together. It starts off and he says, how long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts? Every day I have sorrow in my heart. How long will my enemies triumph over me? Look on me and answer, O God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. My enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my foe will rejoice when I fall. But I trust in the unfailing love, and my heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, for he has been good to me. So David, he starts off this thing, and he's honest with himself, and he starts off by talking about this inward struggle that he's having. He's saying, God, I trust you, but I'm in this situation. And I think of what we're in. You know, we've watched the news too much, right? And I warn you about that. Don't watch it too much. It'll drive you crazy. You watch the news, you hear the different reports, and fear would try to grip our hearts. And then you have to kind of come to grips with those feelings and those emotions. And then from there, you process through and you come back to a place of faith. Well, what does God's word say about the situation that I'm in? What does God's word say about my feelings? And I begin to process it, not just based on the emotion of the moment, but based on God's word intervening in those situations. So David's saying, listen, I'm on the run. Saul's trying to kill me. I didn't do anything to deserve this. and Lord, I've been crying out to you on behalf of this situation, and I'm still on the run. And then he comes back to the thing. So it's the inward struggle that he's dealing with his feelings and his emotions. And then he comes back and he expresses the outward danger. He says, this is the situation that I'm looking for or at. This is a real thing. The coronavirus, it's a real thing. It's an issue. So what do? Do we just panic as those who have no hope? No, we look at it through the eye of faith and we say, I'm going to say in faith. And what does God's word say? Well, we read Psalm 91. I believe these things aren't going to come near my home. I believe I'm going to walk in divine health. I believe that we're going to be victorious in this season. I believe that my finances are going to be okay, and you're going to bring me through and turn it around. These are all things that we're facing, and David would have to do that. He would talk about the realities of the inward struggle, the outward trouble, and then he would look up and he'd say, but you, Lord, are my source. You're my strength. You're my hope. And I just want to encourage you today. Don't get caught up in the emotion of the problem. Look at it through the eyes of faith. And what's God's word say? He's our provider, right? He's our source. He's our healer. He's Jehovah Rapha, the healer. Jesus took stripes on his back for our healing. These are things that God's word says, and not a feeling or an emotion. These are the facts that we as believers build our life on. And I think during this season, we have an opportunity to reassess what we really believe. Does God's word really provide the foundation for us? Or do we live based on our culture? And I just want to encourage you to get back to God's Word. Listen, if you're not in God's Word every day, I want to encourage you to do the 1 Year Bible, all right? Last year, I did a little video every day with the 1 Year Bible. If you don't have a 1 Year Bible, you can go to summitchristianchurch.org, click on the Read the Bible with Us tab, and it'll pull it up, all right? But be in God's Word during this season because it's the foundation that we build on, all right? Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey, tonight we're going to do a prayer time at 7 o'clock. So if you want to join us on Facebook Live, Connie and I, we're just going to have a time of prayer together. So we'd love to have you join us. All right? Lord bless you. Have a great day.